Hey, everybody is talking about the Diddy and Jay-Z case. So I wanted to come out and just give my spiel on what's going on. And I'm proud of some of the content creators because some of you guys are just going by the docs. You're sticking to the docs and you're giving your opinions, you know, after you go over the documentary, and that's great. That's the best thing to do. You don't want to get up there and just say anything and make up elaborate stories or whatever, like a lot of you content creators are doing, as we can see. And I hate when they do that because you don't have all the facts. You need both facts to draw conclusions, and that's not going to happen until May when the trial starts and the evidence comes out. That's when you'll be able to make a complete decision. Because right now, all you have is just evidence, circumstantial, like evidence and accusation, you know, hearsay. She said, he said. That's all you really have right now. I know I'm surprised with Diddy, they didn't deny him bail based on the weapons that he had without the serial numbers on them. I think he had two high powered weapons with no serial numbers. So that is a crime in itself, especially with the feds. So, I was surprised they weren't saying, well, we're holding him because we found those weapons. So I'm wondering even about that. Is he even going to get charged, with the weapons charge? Or is that, in fact, going to be the charge that really sticks to him? Because that's something that they definitely have. They definitely have Cassie. Cassie's lawyer was the one who turned over um, her case to the feds. That's how it got to the feds. And a lot of people didn't bother to read all of the documents associated with Cassie's case. But at the end of the document, the attorney said, yes, I'm turning over all the facts from and evidence from my case over to the FBI. And so that's how it got to the feds. And that was Diddy's fault because he actually could have came out and said, acknowledged that he put hands on her and apologize and whatever, and maybe he wouldn't have had to pay anything. I don't know. But he wanted to be the big guy in the situation, knowing that he was wrong. I guess he wasn't banking on that video coming out. That's why I say, like, it's going to be probably surprises throughout the trial when it starts in May on both sides, because we really don't know all the evidence. They cannot come out and present all evidence to the public. So to make a decision right now is kind of foolish. And I don't like to corral the people and let's just, I'm not going to say bring a black man down, but let's just jump on somebody. People deserve the right to defend themselves. And I hope that, at some point in social media, when it comes to, cases, especially regarding children and, these type of cases, these high profile cases like that, that is, the participation should be carteled a little bit to whereas it's not, the person isn't getting prosecuted in a court of opinion because, when you're going through a trial, that's your life. That's your life. And, it may be fun and games to other people and to do content on it and make jokes about it. But, that's that person's life, whether you like them or not. Everybody deserves due process and a fair trial. And especially after what they did to Trump, I just don't like to see anybody looking like they're not receiving due process. Okay, and Jay gave a statement, and if you listen to Jay, that was him. To me, it sounded just like him. And I like the fact that he was fighting and he stood up for somebody who's going to stand up and fight for themselves is somebody who is not guilty to me. You notice the difference in between the way it kind of went down with Diddy versus now this accusation. Jay is coming out the gate swinging. He's like, with charges this heinous, if I did something like this, fuck the civil, lawsuit. You could get that later. You should be filing criminal charges against me if I did something that heinous as to drug 13-year-old girl and then violate her sexually. and then have another man and watch him and somebody else in the, so he should be arrested. I totally agree if you're gonna say he did that. But to just try to say, okay, these are the accusations, pay this amount of money now. I perfectly that makes sense. Why would I pay, just hand over some money to you and I'm saying that I didn't do this? So of course I would want my day in court. So yeah, file the charges. And if you don't, then he's going to file, his lawyer is going to file that they drop the charges. For them and for the courts to drop the charges and probably without prejudice so that, this person can never come back again and try to, sue Jay or whatever. It's a messed up situation. Like, that's what all of the pausing is about because it's you at a loss for words because you grew up listening to Jay and Diddy, and you gain, respect for what they do and to see their growth and how much they were able to accomplish. And to see something like this, take them down is wow. Nobody would have ever thought. Like there have always been rumors about businesses and, maybe people getting in the way of other people. Like that's how the industry is. That's just how it is. And if you don't like it, you learn the game and how to get powerful yourself so it doesn't happen to you. But that's that's how they run that game. So, I understand people maybe, you don't like this person, so you want to take them down and you want to see them go down. Behaving. I purchased his film that he did, Marcy made. I purchased that. I watched it or whatever. The guy has a little personality, so like I would say just build off of that or whatever because he's saying a lot of things that are very detrimental too. And to me, it just seems like it's coming from a bad place. It's like y- I don't know. A lot of people just want to see people go down, but I like Jay. I've been listening to Jay for a long time. I used to like Diddy, but then I kind after seeing that video with Cassie, that's it's no denying, that, and it just made me think about a lot of other things after seeing that. Like if you could get that angry and do that, and then I started thinking about a lot of other claims that people have made in the past, about video, whatever. But I do feel sorry for his kids, especially the girls or whatever. The boys probably could deal with it a little better, but I definitely feel sorry for the girls because you need your daddy. I know what that's like. So I do feel sorry for them. And if you made these mistakes and he's found guilty, then he'll have to do the time. But if not, then he'll get out or whatever. But the case for me was the Big's case, BBIG's case was the case that I thought was had more weight to it, I will say, more validity and more evidence that was kind of clear for me. So I didn't understand why that wasn't, sought after or whatever. I didn't understand, a lot of these charges. And, as a person who was raped and, molested when I was a child, I don't like women who make up stories. I'm just going to say it. And they say you should never say a woman is lying, but sometimes women do lie. Sometimes women do lie for whatever reasons, for money, attention, whatever it may be. But I hate them. I hate women who lie about being sexually assaulted and is willing to take it so far as to watch a man go to jail. And we know that that's happened because I could pull up countless cases right here on YouTube. So easy to do. It takes me 2 seconds to pull that up, but I'm not gonna even waste my time doing that. But I hate bitches who lie about being assaulted. That is a horrifying experience. You don't even your worst enemy. You don't wish that on nobody. Because it's just a moment in your life you just didn't have control, and it's a horrible thing. To do that to someone, whether it's a female or a male being assaulted. It's just the wrong thing to do. So, if there are proven to be victims, in these cases, then I feel, complete compassion for them, and I wish them the best. And get some therapy. It helps to talk to somebody, and so you can move on in your life and try to have some peace and happiness. But if these guys didn't do this, then this needs to go away, and whatever set this off needs to be dealt with. Some people wanted to say that the Diageo deal may have set it off because they were mad that Diddy had kind of exposed them, because he said what the guy said to him. The guy basically said, I think Dio or whatever said that he have to be Martha Stewart to sell his brand. Like, like that's a black brand. It's an urban brand. And they weren't gonna market it in a specific way. And Diddy was saying that they were racist for that. But at the same time, they did spend like $100 million in marketing. So I mean, $100 million, that's a lot of money. And so I'm wondering if Diddy didn't have any creative control in that, and they were left to do that. Because if he was left to do the publicity for it, nobody does publicity like Diddy. That's why this is so unfortunate that people have to be so sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, even if you having freak offs, you having freak offs. If y'all cuddling together in basements and canoodling and whatever, and that's what they want to do, that's fine. I say keep it to yourself or whatever. Don't try to, force people into it, and nobody should be drugged. Somebody doesn't want to participate, they shouldn't be blocked, career wise for not wanting to participate. They should just, maybe don't rock with them. Like, yo, I don't rock with you, whatever. Don't come ask me for nothing because you ain't down with, the canoodling and the, whatever they doing over there and the free calls. So, but they shouldn't have to be blackballed or just like ostracized out of the industry if they really have talent. That's the sad thing about it. And that explains why so many people haven't gotten in, and over the years, so many artists who are so talented just kind of fall off by the wayside. So this being exposed explains why. And I remember even Stephanie Mills, a lot of I don't know who's going to click on this video, but some of you may not know who she is. Go check her out. Wonderful voice. She said that her career didn't get as high as it could have been because she didn't go to the parties. She did her job, she went home, and, she was with her family. That was more important to her. So, when a lot of people are saying, like, you got to participate in certain things if you want to reach a certain level in the industry. So some of these things may be may be true, and there may be factual evidence. I don't say circumstantial, factual evidence to support some of these claims. But a lot of them, to my understanding, have already fallen off, and that is on Diddy's behalf. A lot of them have fallen off. As far as Jay, like I said, he came out the gate swinging, fighting. A lot of people are bringing up Foxy Brown and Rosario and Aaliyah, rest in peace to her. A lot of people are bringing them up. And I get that he's in the spotlight, but this is something that men do every day. And it's so disingenuous for so many of these duds, these guys to come up on here, knowing that they all are doing that, talking to women who are much younger than them. We see it all the time, especially, I mean, anywhere in inner cities or whatever, you're gonna see that. You'll see it all the time and whatever. There's actually sugar babies and sugar daddies. So I think as a society, we are kind of like well aware that that's going on. And in some countries, they marry off children. As early as the age of 10 and 11 and stuff, they'll marry those girls off to be wives. You know, to some grown man. So I think our society um, knows about this, but they don't say anything about it. It's like taboo. It's like you don't say anything about it unless somebody makes a complaint. Like these, ladies have come out and they've made their complaints and, filed their suits. or whatever. So I think we're more used of that, you know, just I don't know. But it's very confusing. But like I said, Jay is fighting. I'm glad to see it. I'm on the fence about it, and I don't care what nobody might think about that because I'm a woman and I went through something. I'm not jumping out the window anymore with every woman who says it anymore because so many men have been proven innocent. And I don't ever want to be a part of that. That's why I like to have all of the facts. You have all of the facts, that's fine. Do we have police reports? Are there going to be police reports of women who did that? Are there going to be pictures of bruises? Is there some tape? And a lot of that's another thing. People talked about these tapes, and there's even been a couple of content creators come on and say they seen the tapes on the dark web. But I'm like, how the hell would the tapes get on the dark web? And the feds were the ones who took the whatever tapes from the home or the recording, the wiring. They snatched out everything. So anything on video, the feds will have. So how does that end up on the dark web? And how is Oprah Winfrey paying for? Oh my God! It's How is Oprah paying for all of the videos? That don't make no sense. It's like that's why I say like, it's best to just stick to the facts of the matter. Like I said, I don't know. We wait and see. The trial starts in May right now. They were trying to get bail. If they can't, they're not going to be able to get bail, obviously. So now they're going to just have to really start, gathering the evidence. We don't know what the defense attorney already has. Does he have text messages? I'm curious, are they going to pull up any text messages about Cassie? Is there going to be things there saying, oh, this? And then what about the girl that, he allegedly hung off the balcony by her breast, you know? So this is, it's on. And now, breaking news, the judges have made all of these women who filed claims against Diddy reveal who they are. Okay, so that's going to be something. That is going to be something. Uh, Busby has made claims. Busby, he is not an ambulance chaser. If you really do some research on him, he actually did some work for politicians, some senators as well. So he's a well-established attorney or whatever. But I get Jay's frustration because that's his life. I'm not in his shoes. If it's my life, I'm going to feel the same way. Like you're targeting me and attacking me, whatever. But he's really just doing his job, and yeah, he's going to get paid, for doing his job, whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm on the fence with Jay. I don't know. I want to see what's going to come out. You could see you've been looking at the images. This is the night of the VMAs that the young lady is talking about. This is Jay, and this is the little hand. You may see J Lo in there. If you don't see her, that's her hand. And that's Diddy. That's what they were wearing. That's what they looked like at that time, and that was the VMAs. That's the VMAs party. So I don't know if the girl saying she's outside of this. I don't know. But we will see what's going on with that. And there was also something that I wanted to show too. I wanted to fair use. Of course, the video footage that I'm about to show is just for educational purposes to educate young women on what to look for, and just to show an experience of a young girl who was actually roofied at a party, but just so happened that she had good friends, and she just ended up with her friends and not in the person who roofied her because she don't even know who roofied her. Nobody's seen anybody do it. Somebody just got it. They knew that they were going to take her, or whatever, or do whatever to her. and they just wanted to hit that drink, and then they knew how they were going to move after. So I'm going to show that video, and then I'm going to come back on and give a little bit more commentary about this case and that video.
America are reporting having their drinks spiked with date rape drugs, and some are even recording the shocking effects after taking just a few sips. I was on the dance floor, and then all I remember is then being on the couches, and I was literally laying on my friend, just like sobbing because I'm starting to feel like something is wrong. Brianna says she took this shocking video after she was rushed home from the bar. Okay, you're okay. Oh, wow. It looks like you're having a hard time functioning. Now you're laying down. I can't get up. Losing power in that way, losing control in that way, and realizing that someone had done that to try to take advantage of me is something that I'm still processing. Something I'm still working through. Brianna says she only...
Yeah, see, and she don't even know who did that to her, and she, there's no payout for her. This young lady is going to just have to, find her way throughout life after this happened to her, and it makes you very paranoid. I could imagine she's very paranoid about putting a drink down and, oh my God, whatever, somebody buy my drink, did you see? It's going to create a paranoia within her that she's going to have to deal with for a very long time. But I wanted you to see the effects or whatever, because one of the claims against Diddy, and I don't mean to even be defending him, because we know that, there has been some wrongdoing here, right? But one girl said that she was roofied, and then she was taken advantage of by, I believe, allegedly Diddy and someone else. And then she jumped up like the Super Saiyan and punched Diddy in the neck and ran out, so some things, like, that's why I brought this video up, because I wanted you to see how she was. Like, she seemed like she was in pain, and like she really just couldn't do anything. She just wasn't herself. Whatever. You see her panting, and just, she was saying she can't get up or whatever. So I'm like, how is this girl jumping up and punching people in the neck if this is what you're experiencing?
Losing control in that way, and realizing that someone had done that to try to take advantage of me is something that I'm still processing. It's something I'm still working through. Brianna says she only had a few drinks before it hit her. Oh, God. I hadn't had any hard alcohol at all, and then I was falling all over myself. She says she doesn't know who drugged her or how they pulled it off. So how are these sneaky predators slipping drugs into drinks? This Wisconsin man was...
This is good, too, because this just shows that this is something that men have been doing for a while. They've been doing this for a long time. There are stories from way back in the, like the 70s or whatever, where this has happened to women. So this has been going on for a very, very, very long time. So hopefully we'll get some type of legislation will materialize out of these, these cases, these new cases that have come up. And I mean, look at this little chubster over here. Look at him.
Caught on security camera, brazenly reaching over the bar and dropping crushed sleeping pills into a bartender's drink. Parrish Bennett was charged with...
So now this the bar. He's putting sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. And, these other drugs that these men are putting in drinks. They don't know if these women are already on medication. What if she's on medication and you slip something in her drink and she drinks that and she just drops dead, or she goes into a seizure or something like that, and hits her head and drops dead? All because you want to have your sick, weird fun with somebody who's, incapacitated. Just terrible. But this is why, like, let's not just look at the entertainment business, because that's fun for people to do, because they want, a lot of people want to just tear anybody wealthy down that they see that has success. They want you to go to jail. They want you to do bad. They want you whatever. And I'm not talking about for anybody if they're guilty. If they're guilty, then they're guilty and they should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. But if they're not guilty, that is true that people do hate people and, want to destroy people for whatever reason they have. So I don't know. But everybody, this should apply for everybody, not just Jay-Z and Diddy. It should apply for the dude down the hall, the one who's in the your local bar and club participating in the same behavior. It needs to go from the top all the way down to the bottom. Look at this guy, just a sick. And then watch what he says.
Crushed sleeping pills into a bartender's drink. Parrish Bennett was charged with reckless endangerment and tampering with a drink.
Is it true that you slipped sleeping pills into your bartender's drink?
That's true.
Our producer caught up with him at a court hearing.
I'll get to it. I don't have no problem with that. It's just something I did.
His defense? He says the bartender complained of being tired, and he was just trying to make sure she got a...
Yeah, he was trying to make sure she got a good night's sleep. So we know that was a lie. We don't know what he was going to do to this woman or whatever. I'm glad it worked out the way it did. I'm glad he got in trouble for it. I'm glad his face was put out there, so people could know who he is and what he's capable of doing or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to show her that young lady. Let me go back to that and just look at how she was responding, because it could give you some clue into like when a woman says she's drugged, what she's doing when she's coming
after she was
to
rushed
or what she's
home
going through.
from the bar.
Okay, you're okay.
Oh, wow. It looks like you're having a hard time functioning. Now you're laying down.
I can't get up. Losing power in that way, losing control in that way, and realizing that someone had done that to try to take advantage of me.
She's crying, but she should have been thanking her lucky stars or whatever. This is Inside Edition, so you come over here and click on the video, hit the like button, and watch it, whatever. But I just wanted to share that little piece of the video, really, just to show what it's like to be roofied, what a person's going through, because some people don't have any heart. They just they hear something and it's better that they see it, because they have no sense of compassion for a person when they're explaining excuse me, I have a little cold, that they were drugged or whatever. And so I just wanted to show what it was like, and also just like trying to figure out how could the what type of roofie did she have that she was able to just power up and start knocking people in the neck and stuff like that to get up out of there. And I don't know, just wanted to share that information.